So who believes in existence of God? Raise your hand. Believe in God? Have you seen God? Is there any YouTube channel of God? If God exists, then why there is suffering in this world? What the hell your God is doing? That means God does not exist. At least किसी ने तो देखा होता है. At least one person should have seen God, right? Who does not believe? Okay, who is doubtful? Maybe, maybe not. Who is confused? Okay, who is confused whether you are confused or not? Okay. Yes. So taking birth in India is very special in the sense we have faith in God, but there can be an event which can also shake our faith in God. Usually when people have something very jolting, very disturbing, and then that shakes our faith in God, that what the hell the God is doing. And there was one person, he visited one village, and because he was sadhu, he was a saintly person, so everyone invited him for a discourse. And then he said, okay, who believes in existence of God? Everyone raised their hand. He said, okay, since all of you already believe in existence of God, so what will I speak? So I'm leaving. And then he left. And then the villagers thought, oh, Babaji did not speak anything, Sadhuji did not speak anything. So next time none of us will raise our hand. So again he was invited. So again he asked the same question, okay, who believes in the existence of God? So nobody raised their hand. He said, okay, since all of you are atheists, so what will I speak? I'm leaving now. And then he left. Okay, now what to do? Whether we say yes or no? The Sadhuji doesn't speak anything. So then they decided, okay, 50% will raise their hand, 50% will not raise their hand. Then again, Sadhuji was called, he was invited, okay. And then again he asked the same question. Who believes in existence of God? So 50% people raised their hand, 50% people did not raise their hand. So he said, so those who believe in existence of God, they may kindly educate those who do not believe. I'm leaving. But that's the nature of people in India, that we believe in God. Anyone who takes bath in India, because we have got so many holy rivers, they believe in God. Even logically, somebody defeats that there is no God by quoting some of the theories like Charles Darwin theory of evolution, or the Big Bang, or Higgs boson theory, whatever. Even somebody logically proves that there is no God. Still, what is our conclusion? जी आप सही बोल रहे हैं, लेकिन कोई तो है. Somebody is there. And that's the glory of having taken birth in India, which is Dharma Bhumi, Punya Bhumi. But does God really actually exist or not? So can there be a logical reason, logical proofs that God exists or not? So we'll have discussion in two parts. One is the logical part, and another is beyond logic. Because God can't be restricted in the boundaries of logic. Okay. So the proof of existence of God. First one. For every urge, there is fulfillment in nature. Like we have got different urges. What all urges we have? Thirst. We thirst. So fulfillment is in the form of water. There is urge that we feel hungry. So there is fulfillment in the form of food. Yes, food. We all have urge to hear something very melodious, sweet. So you got some nice music. So you see, in this world, wherever there is urge, there is also fulfillment in nature. See, we also have got one more urge. That means to worship someone. That's an urge. Those who are atheists, they may admire someone, maybe say a film star or a movie star or a cricket star, but we admire. Or maybe a girl is having a poster of maybe John Abraham or Tom Cruise or whatever heroes, or a boy may have a poster of Jacqueline Fernandez, whatever. But we admire someone to the extent of worshipping. Who has heard the name of Elvis Presley? The famous hockey player from Bihar. Elvis Presley? No. Pop star. During his days, he was so popular that after his performance, he came to the edge of the stage. And then he took off his pant. And he took off his underwear. And then he urinated on the audience. So what would be your response in case somebody does like this to you? You'll feel disgusting, right? But the audience, they were anxious to get a single drop of urine upon their head because the urine is of Elvis Presley. Wow. This is like admiring someone to the extent of worship. People become mad. Michael Jackson, Britney Spears. People become mad. Whoa, they do all of this. Yes. So this is also an urge to worship someone. We have this urge. So which person can actually fulfill this particular urge to the fullest? God. Who should be worshipped ideally? Man or God? God. So that's one proof that for every urge there is fulfillment in nature. Second is that whenever there is creation, there has to be creator. Can you think of a single person in this world, or single entity in this world, single phenomena in this world which exists but has no creator? Like for example, we have got watches, somebody manufactured it. We have got laptops, somebody assembled it. We have got buildings, somebody designed it, constructed it. Can you think of single thing in this world which is there in existence but without a manufacturer, without a creator? Think of it. There's not even a single thing in this world. Whether it's a washing machine or Eiffel Tower or a building or any gadget, whatever we have, there has to be a manufacturer. Like during our school days, we used to study the theory of Big Bang. That earlier there was singularity, and it had infinite pressure, infinite temperature, infinite density, and there was a bang. And then in this way, singularity became plurality. We have heard of this or read this theory, Big Bang? So during those days, we may write, yes, everything started with a bang. But logically speaking, not even a single thing comes into being after a bang. If somebody asks Sana ji, ye tapovan aapne kaise banaya? And then she says, well, we got some bricks, we got some cement, and then we had a dynamite, and then boom, and then tapovan manifested. Yeah. Would you believe it? No. It requires design. A designer is required, an architect is required, and then something comes into being. Even a child has this knowledge that after a bang there is destruction. I remember during our childhood days, we used to have Deepavali and used to have that sutli wala bum, hydrogen bomb. So we would put them inside the patila and then lit the bomb and then put a patila onto it and then stand on patila and then boom. And then after some few of the bangs, that patila has become now plate. Why? Because even a child knows that after a bang there is destruction, there is no construction. So Big Bang theory is actually a theory. It cannot explain many phenomena. Like, can Big Bang explain the existence of mind? How can mind come into being by a bang? We all have mind? We all have our minds here in Tapovan? Or somewhere else? Yeah? We have minds. How can mind come into being by a bang? How can intelligence come into being by a bang? We all have intelligence, right? Intelligence is different from cerebrum. The noodles which we have, the right hemisphere and left hemisphere, that's the gross part. But intelligence is something more subtle. We never say, oh, that's a very intelligent dead body. Because there is cerebrum, but there is no intelligence. That means intelligence is something more subtle. Intelligence cannot be explained by a bang. Ego. ईगो होती, अरे सर से लेके पांव तक किसी की तो सिर्फ ईगो ही ईगो होती, कहते हैं उनका और कुछ नहीं, एक चीज तो है, ईगो तो है. Can ego come by a bang? That's not possible. Ego cannot come by a bang. Time is a catalyst which makes things happen, right? Time can come into being by a bang. Even if there was a bang, who did this bang? अगर टेररिस्ट ग्रुप होता ना, तो हम हिजबुल मुजाहिदीन, ये बम हमने फोड़ा, RDX हमने सप्लाई की थी, हमने ही सुतली में आग लगाई थी. Somebody takes a responsibility, but in this bang, who can take responsibility? Who is that person who did this bang? So that's why whenever there is creation, there has to be creator. If we just see the creation around us, we are surrounded by miracles of God. Mango, it's a miracle. Mango has got a seed. वो seed को लीजिए, कहीं आप बो दीजिए, उससे फिर से पेड़ निकलता है. Again, it has got many mangoes. Again, those mangoes have got seed. And that seed has a potency to again give a seed, a tree, which has got many mangoes. Can we have such a self-replicating structure by any of the scientists in their most sophisticated laboratory? Plants, they stand and then they, by the process of photosynthesis, can make food. हम बना सकते हैं? आपको क्लोरोफिल पिलाया जाए, कहता है लो जी 2 ग्लास पी लो, धूप में खड़े हो, खाना बनाओ. Can we do that? No, but that phenomena is installed in plants. Aquatics, there is a world altogether of aquatics. In our body, there is a respiratory system, there is digestive system, there is nervous system, there is arterial system, there is venal system. ये सारे system, who installed, who designed it? So whenever there is creation, there has to be creator. All around us, आप जहाँ भी कहीं देखेंगे ना, we are surrounded by miracles of God. All around us. Even हम नारियल को देखें, नारियल है, उसके आसपास सब नमकीन पानी और नारियल पानी. मीठा। ये पहले तो मोटर किसने लगाया कि पानी ऊपर चला जाए? Well, that's because of reverse osmosis, whatever it is, reverse osmosis. Who installed this phenomena of reverse osmosis? So in this way, all around us, we can see that we are surrounded by the miracles of God. It is just that we have taken those miracles for granted. That's it. Another logical proof that God exists is laws. They imply a lawmaker. Like those who are from commerce background, they know about mercantile law, business law, they got traffic law, criminal law, they got different kind of laws. But somebody made those laws, right? जैसे हमारे संविधान में को किसने लिखा था? B.R. Ambedkar ji. So somebody is there who makes laws. अच्छा, the laws in this world, like we see the laws of thermodynamics, the laws of flotation, the laws of optics, the laws of motion, the laws of gravitation. ये law का lawmaker कौन है भला फिर? Because whenever there is law, there has to be lawmaker. So that's the third logical reason that God exists. So these are three reasons. कौन बताएगा हमें? First one.
For every urge there is a creator.
Yes, for every urge there is fulfillment in nature, and we have the urge to admire someone to the extent of worshipping that person. That's one. Two. Whenever there is creation, there has to be creator. And third, whenever there is law, there has to be a lawmaker. Yes. Okay, so what is definition of God? So God is source of everything. He's a supreme controller, supreme proprietor, and supreme enjoyer. But first is that he is source of everything. अब इस किसने पहली सुनी हुई है? पहले मुर्गी आई या अंडा? Which came first? पहले मुर्गी या अंडा? कौन मानता है? मुर्गी पहले आई? Okay, कहाँ से आई वो? अंडे से निकली होगी कहीं, right? और अंडा कहाँ से आया? पहले मुर्गी मतलब कैसे कैसे बनी होगी? मतलब किसी की टांग से निकली, कैसे हाथ से, किसी के नाक से निकल के आ गई वो? Yeah, very good. Nice. पहले मुर्गी आई या अंडा, इसका आज तक कोई जवाब नहीं. Actually, we ask jokingly, but actually even scientists do not have a concrete answer to this question. कि पहले अंडा इवॉल्व हुआ, इसमें से मुर्गी निकली, या पहले मुर्गी निकला है फिर उसमें से अंडा पैदा हुआ? पर ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है? Why this confusion? हम बोले बंटी से बबली आया, बबली से बंटी. सर दोनों ना मम्मी पापा से आए. सिंपल. अब जैसे मम्मी पापा को ना आप तस्वीर से निकाल देते हो, you take away parents from the picture away, then there is confusion कि बंटी से बबली से बबली बंटी. सर दोनों ना पेरेंट्स से आए. Simple. So God is source of everything, and because He is source of everything, that's why He is supreme controller, because He has created everything. That's why He can control everything. Can we control? We control nothing. ये हम जो गुलाब जामुन खाते हैं ना, जो यहाँ से नीचे जाते हैं, हमारा कोई कंट्रोल नहीं होता उसके बाद. गैस्ट्रिक जूस निकालना, do we release gastric juice? अब गुलाब जामुन पहुंच चुका है. Now gastric juice, now pancreatic juice, क्योंकि उसे इंसुलिन, now bile juice to dissolve the fats, and now मैं उसको लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन में डालता हूँ. अब यहाँ हम न्यूट्रिएंट्स एब्जॉर्ब करेंगे, अब इसको स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन में डालेंगे और इसको परसों निकालेंगे. Can we do that? Do we have control? Nothing. We are mini controllers, but there has to be someone who is the supreme controller. Like there is sun shining up there in the sky. इतना बड़ा nuclear fusion reaction, we can't control it. We can't even start it. But every day this nuclear fusion reaction in such a huge way. You know how big the sun is? 13 lakh Earths can be put into the sun. इतना बड़ा सूरज है ये. The ball of fire. Who is controlling it? Wow. So are we the controller? No. There has to be supreme controller. We are mini controllers. We don't have even control on our own body, right? And because He is a supreme controller, that's why He is the supreme proprietor. Because He controls everything. अच्छा, मेरा एक सवाल आप सबसे. ऐसा कौन सा काम है जो कि अकबर कर सकता है लेकिन भगवान नहीं कर सकते? ये सवाल पूछा था अपने मिनिस्टर से. बताइए ऐसा कौन सा काम है जो कि मैं कर सकता हूँ लेकिन खुदा भी नहीं कर सकता? कौन बताएगा? एनी गेस? लगाइए, दिमाग लगाइए. ऐसा कौन सा काम है जो कि अकबर कर सकता है पर भगवान नहीं कर? गॉड कैन नॉट डू. हु विल टेल? देखो, उल्टा सवाल होता तो आसान होता. भगवान ऐसा कौन सा काम कर सकते हैं अकबर नहीं कर सकता? मेनी थिंग्स. गॉड कैन डिस्ट्रॉय अर्थ, अकबर कैन नॉट डू. पर यहाँ उल्टा सवाल है, which Akbar can do but God cannot do. है जी? Prayers. God can also offer prayers. When God came as Lakshman, He was offering prayers to Ram. Ram is also God. He is also God. God is offering prayers to God. Possible? Yes, possible. Or
Being evil.
है जी?
Being evil.
Being an evil. God can play evil although He does not play evil. Right? But sometimes he plays evil for good cause. Something connected to proprietorship. तो बीरबल ने कहा जहां पर एक ऐसा कार्य है जो कि आप कर सकते हैं लेकिन खुदा नहीं कर सकता, और वो ये है कि अगर कोई आपका कहना न माने, आप उसको अपने साम्राज्य से निकाल सकते हैं. You can kick out somebody from your kingdom, but God cannot do that. Why? Because there is nothing outside his kingdom. Because he's a supreme proprietor. And because he's a supreme proprietor, that's why he is supreme enjoyer. God has to be supreme enjoyer. ऐसा नहीं God is somewhere there, cloud में बैठा होता सोफे पे, हम नीचे enjoy कर रहे हैं, कहते तुम ऊपर रहो भगवान, हम यहाँ नीचे enjoy करेंगे. भगवान ऊपर बैठे रहते हैं बस बेचारा. Oh, such a boring life to be with God, or to be God is so boring. Is it like that? No. God is supreme enjoyer. If you see other Abrahamic religions, they highlight this aspect, first three, but they don't highlight this aspect of God, that God can be enjoyer. Why? Because as soon as we see somebody enjoying, क्या आती है हमारे हृदय के अंदर? ईर्ष्या. How come this person is enjoying here? How come? हम enjoy नहीं करेंगे क्या? हमारा इतना enjoyment, इसका इतना enjoyment, क्या है? ईर्ष्या, enviousness. So this aspect is not highlighted much, but in Sanatana Dharma, we highlight that God is supreme enjoyer. So when you are discussing about whether God exists or not, first of all, we should know the definition of God. This is the definition of God. God means who is source of everything, and that's why he's supreme controller, and that's why he's supreme proprietor, and that's why he's supreme enjoyer.